I haven't done one of these in a long time, and they're so fun. Let's read some comments. You are fucking hideous. Well, there are a lot of ugly people in the world, so you should probably get used to it. Honestly, how do people like this resolve actual disagreements on important topics? Do you think when the American Psychological Association publishes a report, it's just page after page of you're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly, and then the American Psychiatric Association is like, oh yeah, well, you're a big slut. And the American Academy of Pediatrics is like, well, your boobs are taped together. This is not how we get things done. Anyway, you're ugly, so there. I find that trans people who do not pass are often very jealous of those like Blair or Thurwin that do. Kind of like the ugly girls being jealous of the pretty ones. Okay, what is up with this? You're acting completely obsessed with her getting to be the Swan Queen or something. And I'm over here just being Mila Kunis, I just want to do some ballet, and then someone stabs me with a piece of a mirror. What the fuck? Look, when I want to enact heteronormative femininity in a way that'll be validated by a patriarchal society, I do it. But if I'm not getting anything out of it, I just don't really care enough to bother. And honestly, this is just a depressing attitude. So, you like her? That's great. What do you think an audience like this is going to do with her when she's not pretty anymore? I hope she has a backup plan. That's sort of what I'm going for right now. You sound like a fucking robot. Well, that's because I have trouble acting all the way like a person. It's always been like this. Transitioning helped me loosen up a lot, but this is still just the way I act. It's not intentional, I just can't coordinate all the things that you're supposed to be doing at once. Using the right facial expressions, tone of voice, body language, gestures, acting perky, where to look, remember to talk like a valley girl, stretch out the S sounds, and once you've got all that ready, then remember what you were actually going to say. A lot of people seem to manage all of this instinctually, like it's on autopilot for them, but I have to remember to do it all, intentionally, step by step. It's a lot to juggle in your head at once, and I kind of dropped the ball on most of it, because that stuff isn't really as important as what I'm saying. I just don't really have time for all that, so I think that's what's going on here. She speaks eloquently and intelligently. You read off a script that was probably written with crayons. You know, there are advantages and disadvantages to this. Preparing what you're going to say ahead of time and having a lot of actual research at hand is a great way to avoid just making shit up when you don't know anything. It's just easier this way. I've been reading off of something or other since 2008. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't, but I really wish everyone would just listen. Memorization makes production take 4 or 5 times longer, and I'd really rather spend that time researching. I mostly save memorizing for when it's actually important, like 3.1415992653589673246264338338327950288419716939375105 82097169399375105 820974944592307816406286286 20899862803482534211170679. I don't know, maybe I am a robot.